Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. As you guys know, I do this L of the Week series. If you've got any ideas or choices you'd like me to pick for L of the Week, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I'll make a post for it. But I've got a guy in mind, and he's a heavyweight, and he just popped dirty for a banned substance. But we're not going to talk about him just yet. We're going to talk about Errol Spence and Shawn Porter, right? They're fighting on September 28th. Welterweight unification bout. Shawn's got the WBC championship. Errol Spence has the IBF championship. So this will be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. Shawn Porter's a good opponent for Errol Spence. When it comes to Shawn Porter, I don't really have any negative things to say about him per se. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's a good dude at the end of the day. But we do make fun of him because his teeth are too big to fit in his mouth. But, the problem with Shawn Porter is his father. Let's just be honest. And we just don't like his father, man. Like, he's the problem. He's a slick-talking dude, talks mad shit, really tries to come to people's heads. But when his son is lying tooth first on the canvas, and I'm talking about all his top teeth because they overlap his chin and shit, when his top teeth are stuck in the canvas and he's throwing the white flag, it's going to be too late, man. Because it'll be karma for his father. Yes, I'm picking Errol Spence to beat Shawn Porter, but I think it'll be a good fight. Danny Garcia. Not even talking about him. Shawn Porter has to really think about what he wants to do in this fight. Because when he fought Ugas, I felt he lost the fight. He boxed Ugas later in the fight. But, in the beginning, he was trying to bully Ugas. But Ugas was just as strong, if not stronger, than Shawn Porter. And he couldn't employ those same bully tactics that he did to, like, Andre Berto, for example. So, honestly, that's the only game plan that he could potentially run against Errol Spence. And that's the whole bully, get on the inside, rough him up. That's what Shawn Porter does. He does that quite well. But if he tries to come in there and box Errol Spence, he's going to be in for a short night. I think Errol Spence is going to be aggressive against Shawn Porter, and it should be a nice, rough and rugged fight. Shawn Porter's got all that scar tissue, over his eyes. So I do anticipate some of those old cuts reopening. He might get stopped on cuts. If he doesn't, he's not going to win the fight, period, okay? Shawn Porter's not winning this fight, but he's still a good opponent. The thing is, whenever Shawn Porter has stepped up in competition, he's lost. Kell Brook. Kell Brook comes to mind. Keith Thurman comes to mind. Also, he beat Danny Garcia. But, some people could argue that Danny Garcia beat Shawn Porter. But we're not going to get into that. We're talking about Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. And, maybe... this is my problem with the welterweight division, y'all. These dudes keep losing their O's. Keith Thurman just lost his O to a 40-year-old man. Danny Garcia lost his O to Keith Thurman. Shawn Porter, his first loss was against Kell Brook, right? Is the welterweight division really that elite? The only other guy that's undefeated, aside from Errol Spence, at least, in his top crop of welterweights right now, and that's Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford, I don't see him losing anytime soon because, he's over at top rank, and he's not going to get any good fights over there. He's not. I don't see Errol Spence losing to any of these guys over at PBC. There's still some decent fights that could be made. I just wish he could have taken Keith Thurman's O, but Keith Thurman was afraid, and now we see why Keith Thurman was afraid, because he knew what time it was. He knew he was on borrowed time. The faking of the injuries, ducking fighters. He knew that one day he was going to take a loss, and it was coming soon. And it just so happens it happened to Manny Pacquiao. And we're not taking any credit away from Manny Pacquiao. He looked great in that fight. But, Keith Thurman isn't who we thought he was. Now back to Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. All Errol Spence is trying to do is collect these belts, all right? That's all he's trying to do. Shawn Porter's got the WBC belt. So since they're going to be fighting on September 28th, you can't say that, Spence is juiced up. You know how y'all do, man. Both of these dudes are, quote unquote big for the weight class. I mean, Shawn Porter puts on weight pretty easily. Like Shawn Porter's a big dude. He's a big midget, right? He's like 5'5" or some shit. But he's like solid. He's like a bigger dude, especially when he's not in the ring. But he's training constantly, man. Can't take that away from him. Errol Spence, his weight, he got to watch his weight when he's not fighting, man, because he be blowing up and shit. But I'm picking Errol Spence to safely beat Shawn Porter. And that's that. Now, the back and forth between these guys, Shawn Porter deciding to talk shit. It all started with that Danny Garcia shit when he jumped in the ring talking all that big shit, But now he's saying Errol Spence is jealous of him, and like how is Spence jealous when you're not a draw? Nobody comes to see Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is an undercard name. His name is not in bold letters. If anything, we come to see Shawn's teeth because it's a spectacle, right? Big ass coochie cutters, boy. But anyway, Shawn Porter is not a draw. Shawn Porter won't be selling the pay-per-views, that's for sure. And I don't anticipate this pay-per-view to do bigger numbers than Spence and Garcia, but if it does, I mean, that's a good look. But I just don't anticipate it doing bigger numbers than that. Shawn Porter criticized Errol Spence's win over Mikey Garcia, said there was no man down there. But this is the same guy who had a debatable fight with Adrian Granados, a debatable fight with Ugas, was running from Adrian Granados because he didn't want to get stopped. I think Shawn Porter might be on borrowed time. Maybe this will probably be his last good performance. After he gets beat by Spence, I think he's done. Now, to Manny Pacquiao, we got to talk about Manny Pacquiao because I have to hold Manny Pacquiao in the same respect as I do Keith Thurman, because I expected Keith Thurman to take another tough fight after he fought Manny Pacquiao. Or is that asking too much? Is it asking too much for me to ask Manny Pacquiao to fight Errol Spence? Y'all might think so. I'm going to make another video about that, but that was just something that was on my mind. Now, let me know who you guys got winning between Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. Do you have Shawn Porter being put in a body bag, or do you have Errol Spence being put in a body bag? Do you think Shawn Porter's aggression is going to be too much for Spence? I don't think so. I think he's going to be able to put on a good performance against Shawn Porter. It'll be an exciting fight. And I'm really looking forward to it, man. It's July, almost August. We're getting close. The fight will be here before you know it. So, again, drop your predictions. But these guys are going at it in the media. They're going at it in these articles, disrespecting each other. But it's just really out of Shawn Porter's character to do that, man. It seems like Kenny Porter's feeding them lines. We don't really fuck with Kenny Porter at all. So, fuck him. I'm a blogger. It is what it is. What you gonna do about it? Hitman Boxing, drop a comment. You know who the fuck I am. Y'all know who the fuck I am. Porter Camp. Y'all know who Hitman Boxing is. Y'all know who I am. I had y'all back when y'all was fighting Thurman. You know who the fuck I am. I'm going to drop some more videos tonight. Hitman Boxing. Drop a comment. Like the video. Subscribe. I got Errol Spence beating Shawn Porter by fatality. Easy work. I'm out.
About the dirt, as a shorty I was studying my roots. Quiet dude, neutral, playing everything cool. Been a lot of things, I ain't never played a fool. Young OG and I'm pouring up a deuce. Catch me riding with a bad chick beside me. me, feeling glorious like life is astounding. Let's get high and sit on top of a mountain. This right here should have the real niggas bouncing. Yeah, chill God back in effect. I do it for the love, but I'm trying to get a check. Need that respect, ain't no doubts about it. If a nigga hesitating, I'ma snatch him out it. Tired of these niggas thinking they know me. I was on my 5th life back in 03, doing things that they could not imagine. They just wishing code names be Aladdin. Real niggas since day one, A1. You know what it is when I come